Hey everyone, today I'm at Herrick Fen Nature Preserve. It is a nature preserve that is owned by the Nature Conservancy and Kent State University here in Ohio. I know that certain biology classes and other stuff, sometimes they'll come here and they'll do projects and stuff. It's also just, obviously it's a preservation, so they're really protecting the habitats here, doing research, stuff like that. So it's a really cool area. Again, there's nobody here. You can see the parking lot behind me. I'm the only one here. There was one car that literally just left right as I got here, so that's pretty great. Right off of the road, there's not a marked entrance for this place. It's just a dirt entrance. I'll show that later in the video. So I don't think a lot of people necessarily know it's here, because you kind of have to know it's here. Otherwise, I remember the first time I tried to get here by myself, the GPS said go down this random road, and I pulled in and it's just this dirt parking lot, and the road keeps going after the parking lot, and I was just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm on private property or something, so I turned back, but I came back with Ben, who had been here before, and he was able to show me. So since then, I've come here a lot, and I absolutely love this place. So I will give you a little tour and kind of talk about why this park is so great. It is super, super sunny out, so sorry if there's any glare here. But here's the sign. As you can see, owned by the Nature Conservancy along with Kent State. And this is just kind of a little description. It's 1.5 miles, which I honestly always forget that it's 1.5 miles. I always think it's a lot smaller, but it's not, so that's pretty great. It does have a little bit more trails. A lot of these nature preserves are normally 1 mile or under, so 1.5 miles is a pretty good length for a nature preserve, at least ones around Northeast Ohio. So I'm just a couple minutes into the trail, and so far it's been surrounded by the kind of tall grasses in the summer. There'll be some wildflowers in here. It's November right now, so most of the colors are gone and flowers aren't blooming, but it's still pretty in its own way right now. But anyways, we started opening up into some of the more marsh, kind of open areas. And then here our boardwalk section starts. This is my favorite section. And then one really cool perk though, even though it is November and most of the colors are gone, there are, they're called tamarack trees, the ones in the very back. I'm sure as we go on the trail, we'll get closer to them, better view. But those are a special type of pine, I believe, that they drop their needles. They're pretty rare, and this is one of the few places in Ohio that have them, and they turn yellow before the needles drop. So it's really, really cool and very, very beautiful. We are upon the tamaracks, and then right when you get to this area, right when you're about to walk into them, there is a super handy little signpost here that talks about what tamarack fens are, goes into the, I don't know, the ecology aspect of it. So all that talks about it, so it's super cool, worth checking out. And here we go into the tamaracks, which are bright yellow right now, super beautiful. It doesn't last forever because these needles will fall too, so definitely a nice perk of hiking this time of year. Even when you think, the main beauty of nature is gone, there's always beauty everywhere. You can see how we're starting to get into the more marsh kind of areas. This is similar to the video I made at the Triangle Lake Bog. If you watched that one, it's a state nature preserve. If not, I recommend checking that out when you're done with this video. But it's kind of that similar feeling. So here the trail does a little incline. We're down there. Now we're up here. And this is where a trail makes like a little loop, so you can go left or right. It's probably not clear at all in a video right now because the leaves are all down, so it probably just looks like a giant leaf mess. But I'm gonna go left, so going clockwise. And it just goes up just a tiny, tiny bit more. And just kind of makes a loop across this, like, I don't know, hill, whatever, the top of the hill. And it goes back down. And then you take the boardwalk back out, walk back through the tamarack trees and everything. So, pretty. Partway through this little hilltop loop, they actually put a little informational sign about Kames and Kettle Hole Lakes, which is what the body of water here at Herrick Fen is. As I was just walking through this little section, which right now seems pretty unassuming, just covered in brown leaves, heads down to this little lake here. Just made me think about in the spring, like all of this down here is just completely covered in different wildflowers, and it is so incredibly beautiful. This is like one of my favorite parks to come in the spring, excuse me, for wildflower viewing. Okay, this is the road that I was mentioning in the very beginning. It's just a one-way dirt road. Yeah, and then this is what I was saying about like the little parking lot kind of thing that I come to when you pull into this lot. It's just kind of like this open dirt area, and you cross these railroad tracks from the road. So it definitely seems confusing at first, but it's not. You just follow it, and it'll get you there.